You can well see this is just a test to see how our setup is actually going to work. Whether or not, first of all, is it going to work, and second of all, how well it will come across. And I'll let you be the judge of that. In future video casts and future live casts, we want to talk about the power of meditation. We actually want to talk about the power of your mind. I've been involved in energy therapy for decades now, and I've helped people through clinical hypnosis, through NLP, through some of the newer energy tapping techniques, through creative visualization, through creative thought imagery. And I found there is nothing and no technique to rival the power of your true essence, your true mind, that spiritual mind. The greater the connection to that power, the greater the connection to that consciousness, the more you're able to do in terms of healing, in terms of creating a reality that you really and truly want to experience. If you read a lot of people's comments on various blogs and various social media sites, it seems the two things that trouble people the most, actually the three things, is first, not having a direction, not knowing what the next move should be. And then second of all, second and third in no particular order, relationships and finances. And this seems to be the big three that trouble most people today. You know, the ancient writings of the Kabbalists, the Rosicrucians, the other mystery schools, the Essenes, well talked about the fact and alluded to the fact that here we are on Earth without a plan, without a map. Everything else in this Earth seems to understand what it's here for, its purpose, its mission. And it goes about it literally as though, and it is, hardwired into them. Birds build nests, they seek out food, animals seek out food, they seek out companionship, they seek out shelter. Everybody on Earth seems to know what to do, for the exception of man. We're constantly trying different things, we're constantly either evolving to a higher nature or reverting back to a lower nature, a more base nature. There's a reason for this. There's a reason for everything that happens, all the events in our lives, the people that come into our lives, the experiences that we have in life. And it's all designed to help us to transform. It's all designed to leave breadcrumbs along the path for us to find our way back home, because this is not our home. This is a place that we come to transform. This is a place that we come to improve, to finally awaken to our true nature. And it's always been the design of Your Infinite Success to help people to understand this. I've spent decades helping people to understand this connection, because quite honestly, that is where your true power is. And once you understand that, and once you understand how to tap that power, then your potential is truly unlimited. And the very things that you desire the most are the things that you attract in your life and that you are attracted to. And almost miraculously, although it's far from a miracle, the right people seem to come into your life. The right events seem to occur on a more regular basis. It just seems as though you're in the right place at the right time. But really what has happened before that effect has made itself known is you've thought the right thoughts, and you've moved into a reality where these things are possible, where these things occur, where these things can happen. We're not going to experience the things that we desire when we're wrapped up in depression, when we're wrapped up in sadness or anger or resentment or envy or lust, or any of the the negative emotions. We can only experience the events that tie in with those emotions. Those emotions are doorways, they're keys, they're like the person in front of a restaurant on the street trying to encourage you to come in, telling you what's on the menu. They have very limited resources, but they are the only resources that are available at that vibratory level. It's just the way the law is, that universal law. And the more we begin to understand this law, the more we begin to recognize this law in nature, in everyday life, in everyday events and experiences with people, then the more we begin to connect with that source in us. And that is where the map lies. It will never, ever be exposed outside of us. All of the things that we see in nature will lead us back to one place, inside, where the map is. So again, this has just been a test, and I actually hope that this comes out okay, because quite honestly, I'm very limited in my knowledge of how to set all of this up. So if this works, hallelujah, we'll be in business. And if not, well, just tune in. Somehow or another, we'll figure it out some other kind of way. So for your infinite success, this is Mark Kearns.